We are live. Oh, we got some people in here. Hi there. Hello everybody joining. I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a live thing just to reach out to everyone who follows me. I just wanted to say hello. Everyone's obviously quarantined inside their houses. You love audio. Thank you so much. Hi, Jade. I wanted to just, I wanted to do a bit of a Q&A, I suppose, as well. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Can you show us the studio, please? I certainly can. I'll give you a walkthrough. Let's go. This is my studio. Acoustic guitar, speakers, computer, TR-8S, sound card, a couple of keyboards. Got my Kemper over there, which is what I play guitar through. Korg Minilog. The bass is out, and all my guitars are over in that corner. But that's not particularly interesting for most people. If you want to see more of my studio, let me know. Your music rule. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are really sweet. Got this new microphone too. But yeah. What was my favorite album to work on? The one I'm making right now. Which is my first and only album. You've never seen me do a live video because I don't think I've ever done one. Any chance I'm on E-Forest Phase 2? No, I'm not. But I have played E-Forest before and it was a lovely time. 34 people watching. Well, please send me some questions, I guess. If you want to see anything in particular about how I work, what I do day to day, how I make music, please let me know. Send us a message. I'm doing this because I can't work on music 24 hours a day and I'm stuck in my house. But also I wanted to just interact with fans more and just show you guys what I do day to day and what I'm working on. I'm also downloading Animal Crossing, which just came out today, which is cool. Oh, thank you guys. Could we see some project files, for example, auto? I could show you the project files. I don't think that's the most interesting thing to show. I'd rather show you how I created the sounds. I was actually thinking of doing some live streaming of production sessions. I was thinking of actually starting up a proper live stream session, and while I am on Ableton and making music so that you guys could just get direct insight into how I do what I do. I don't really consider it a secret or anything. It'd be cool to sort of share the process. And if that's something that people are interested in seeing, then I'll definitely give that a go. So if that's something you're interested in hearing or seeing, let me know. That would be dope. Cool. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to buy one of those capture card things that you use to do live streams and hook it up and see if I can get a high quality stream going. Yeah. Is Twitch the best? Well, that's a good question. I'm trying to do a bit of research about what is the best service. I could do it on YouTube as well, because I have followers on there and people who know my videos from there as well, and I don't really have anyone follow me on Twitch. Also, Twitch is more for gaming, I think, but let me know what you think would be the best option there. How do I write and arrange a full song? In pieces, or do you come up with the progression first? I usually start with a concept or a sound. So a particular sound experiment that I'm messing with, I wonder what happens if I combine these two things or process this in a certain way or whatever, and then I'll be okay, that's a cool sound. The sonic texture of something is really usually what triggers compositional ideas for me. Whereabouts in Melbourne are you saying? I live in Melbourne. I've lived here for a few years now. Twitch is for anything now. Oh, that's good to know. Because I don't really watch Twitch much, but I spend a lot of time on YouTube. And so Twitch seems like it's the better service for streaming though. Oh, YouTube definitely. Okay, well, we have some differences of opinion there. I guess I'll have to figure that out. Twitch has a better platform. Yeah, that's what I thought. What's your favorite YouTube to watch? I couldn't tell you. I watch so many YouTubes. It made you happy to know that me and Maddie know about each other's music. Yeah, I've known about his music for years. He's fantastic. He's a fantastic producer. Like, next level. My hair is very messy. Wow. Wow, everyone's waving. Is there anything else that you guys like would be interested in seeing or hearing from me during this grim time that we found ourselves in? Do you usually come up with sounds in the box or use live instruments and analog synths? Now I'm actually doing way more live instruments and analog. Pretty much all the production I'm doing now is that. I mean, I still use VSTs and soft synths and stuff, and I still use sequencers and electronic drums and samples and stuff, but it's so much more analog focused now. It's like almost like I'm recording a band, but it's just I play all the instruments. Madian's your French dad, I'm your Aussie dad. Nice. Well, sending my love to everyone in France anyway. What does your music mean to you? It definitely means something different now than it did a few years ago. It's in a very different space now, and everything I'm making now is like, it kind of serves a bit of a different purpose, and it's stylistically different. But yeah, I'm putting a lot of stuff out this year, so you'll hear that soon. What is your effects plugin brand of choice? I mean, there's so many good ones. I love FabFilter at the moment. Everything they do is extremely high quality. Isotope's really good as well. Your Best Friend remix is an absolute masterpiece. Do you have any new songs in the work that take influence of it? Core, like with the chords and the I guess the chord progression that I use in that song, like that stylistic composition style is very much in my new music, but stylistically it's pretty different. That remix kind of stands alone as like a one-off piece, I guess. Any info on the next album? Bit of a secret for now, but hoping to tell you all a lot more about that very, very soon. But stuff is coming, for sure. Lots. You influenced an entire generation on SoundCloud. I played your music on college radio so much. Oh, awesome. Shout out college radio. That's great. Is Jersey Club died? I don't know. You used to live in Melbourne, that's why you asked. I love the city. Also just want to say thank you for creating Streamers, which was a groundbreaking song at the time, pioneer future-based sound. Thank you so much. It's just a song that I made, I guess. It is pretty wild how I think it did influence a bunch of other producers stylistically, which is interesting. It's interesting to observe how that stuff plays out and how like music breeds other music. But yeah, the constant evolution and change is what fascinates me. Are you ever into collaborating? Definitely. I've done quite a few. At the moment, I'm doing a lot of solo stuff though. So, Animal Crossing is almost finished downloading. Anyone played it yet? Let me know. Hi. Hello. streamers is your fave? What do you think of the end of BoJack? Oh, I thought it was great. BoJack Horseman is such a good show. It's like, I love that show so much. What was the most difficult challenge when adding vocals and guitar into music? It was actually not a challenge at all. I mean, actually, that's not true. Figuring out how to process vocals and process guitars was a bit of a learning curve because I hadn't done that before. But once I figured that out, I was like, I've played guitars since I was like 12 years old, so it was like riding a bike. I just picked that back up straight away. Vocals took a lot longer though, and that's still something I'm figuring out. It's much harder to make a vocal sound professional, I suppose. It's quite difficult, and that's like a never-ending balancing act. Do I know the boys from the rock band Dangerous in Adelaide? No, I have never heard of them. What is the best concert gig I've been to? Probably the 1975. That was the best show I can remember. And they're the best band in the world. Wave Racer / that'd be cool. You're playing Animal Crossing right now. What's the vibe? Is it worth playing? I paid $80 for it, so I hope it's alright. Let me know. What great game so far. Cool. What's the best Tarantino movie? Best Tarantino movie, I think, is Inglourious Bastards. Django Unchained's probably a close second. What's your favourite Australian artist at the moment? Ooh, I mean, can't really go past Tame Impala. What's the vocal chain? My vocal chain is different on every song because it always has a different effect on it usually, but generally starts with auto-tune into a compressor. Well, actually, it's auto-tune into like a preamp emulator, like a 1176 style preamp EQ plug-in version, like the Waves plug-in version. And then I'll go into compression and EQ, and then I'll probably do a bit of multiband, and then I'll do it more compression and EQ, and then I'll do my modulation effects after that. But that's just a basic outline because it's always different. But yeah, vocal chains are very fun to figure out, but they can be they can be such a headache. And also it's different every time you change microphones. And if you've got like a noisy recording, you got to do a whole bunch of noise gating, and I mean there's also de-essing as well, depending on like the sibilances and the lyrics and all that kind of stuff. It's a finicky exercise, but it's fun. Hoodboy used to play my songs a lot. Yeah, I used to play his songs a lot too. Good lad. Hitting you with many questions because you're my favourite artist. Oh, thank you so much. Please send your questions. Send as many as you like. I'm here to answer them. Any good tricks for good low end and sub? Don't overthink it. Don't turn it up too loud. Less is more. Songs don't sound better when you add more sub, and generally you only need... It's actually really simple. Subs are probably the simplest part of a song. I mean, yeah. All I can say is if you have to fiddle around with it so much that you'd like it's giving you a headache, then you're probably overthinking it. A simple synth sub with like the fundamental frequency and maybe a bit of saturation for some harmonics, and then get the level right. Depending on the song, that's pretty much all you need. Otherwise, nowadays I actually play bass guitar as my low end more so than using like a synth sub, and that's been excellent. Was it difficult having to talk about the absence before Auto? That must have just add to the problem. Not really. It wasn't difficult because I was very happy to like open up to people and like reestablish myself in music. So I was actually quite excited to talk about it. It wasn't like, it's whatever. I was happy to talk about it. Slap bass on flash drive is so iconic. Oh, thank you. That's fully programmed using a Korg M1. And then live, on my live show, my most recent live show at Falls, we got the amazing Tinny Temple to play that bass solo live, which was very impressive. And that was a lot of fun to play those shows. Oh, Animal Crossing. It's getting close. Is there an album on the way? Let's just say there is a collection of songs that constitute a cohesive body of work on the way this year. But you didn't hear that from me. Tell me, how is quarantine life? Oh, by the way, I think today I don't know if everyone here was here when I said this. I'm picking up like a video capture card from JB Hi-Fi, and I'm gonna try and do some live streaming sessions, like production sessions from my studio. I want to like open up the communication line a little bit, and like sort of just let people into the process, because I've realized that I spend all day in my studio working on songs and creating my body of work, and it's like insight that a lot of people probably would value, and it's never been something I've been able to sort of put out there. So I think I'm going to just try to do that and then see how it works. Obviously, not everyone has time to watch live streams and stuff, so I'm just going to dip my toes in and see how that feels. And also, not everyone is into like music production. Like some people don't care about that stuff, but a lot of people do. So, yeah. Can I talk about Pablo J and the Lobsterettes? Any good stories from that era? I mean, I was like a teenager. I was just like figuring out what live music was, I guess. Honestly, that was just me and my friend Seb, who's known as Basenji, and we were just playing DJ gigs around Sydney because we discovered the joys of electronic music production and ended up becoming quite good at it. And then people were like paying us to play gigs. We got like $50 for a set, so no crazy stories really. Will you schedule it so we won't miss it? I don't really know. That's going to have to be figured out in time. But either way, I'm going to try and like save the videos or like figure out a way to distribute them so that if you miss the live streams, you can still catch up on them, I guess. You should stream on Twitch. That's what I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about streaming on Twitch. You'd love that live stream. Hey, Animal Crossing's done. You'd friggin' love that live stream. I would sub in a heartbeat. Cool. Stream our song, Lunchy Baby. Lunch Money Lewis in the chat. Oh, man. Yes. Stream that track. It's a banger. I don't know why people aren't listening to it more. Dream collab. I don't know. Dream collab. Maddie Healy. 1975. Any 1975 fans here? Definitely should be, because they are objectively the greatest band in the universe. So, dead or alive? I prefer it if they weren't dead. Might be hard to work if they're dead. Porter Robinson is great. I'd love to work with him. We've met up and hung out, and I was actually, there was on his 2016, 4 years ago, there was talk about me being support on his tour, but we couldn't make that work out. Anyway, yeah, he's great. He's a good guy, smart guy. He's in music for the right reasons, and nothing but love for that man. I'd love to see him again. Sorry if you missed any tour plans. No tour plans right now, but also I don't think that's going to be a reality for most artists for the foreseeable months, because of coronavirus. So, which is kind of why I'm streaming now, because I wanted to, obviously the lack of performance that is going to be going on in the music industry, I feel like it needs to be replaced with something valuable. And we live in a time where all of us have streaming platforms in our pockets, so I still want to be able to broadcast music to people, but not, it obviously won't happen live with crowds right now. So, yeah. So I'm kind of trying to establish like an internet, I guess, just way of performing and communicating online that is accessible for everybody, and also potentially lucrative for me and other artists as well. So that would be cool. And I like, this is me sort of dipping my toes in. I want to hear what suggestions or ideas you guys have in terms of like what you'd want to see, what you'd want to spend your time watching, and like how you'd structure that, and like what is good in that sense. I hope you're able to get toilet paper. I've got like 3 rolls left. It'll last. They're like jumbo rolls, so they'll last a little while. But I do need to get more soon, so that's a bit scary. Is it worth if I spend my money on positive grid amp? Yeah, the positive grid bias effects. I use that a lot. I use it on bass a lot, and before I got my Kemper, I used it on guitar all the time as well. It sounds so good and it's so flexible. Can definitely highly recommend that as the best, or like probably my favorite and most modern guitar amp simulation and effects unit software. It's really good. Bit glitchy though on my Mac, but it still works. It just is a bit like it's temperamental sometimes. Sorry, Porter is my favorite artist, but Waver is. That's fine. No apologies necessary. Virtual reality platforms will take off. That's true. And hopefully everything will be compatible with VR so that we can all take part. We'll be tuning into your live streams for sure. Awesome. Yeah, tune in. And I have a Twitch channel already, which you can find. Nothing is on there, but I'm going to try and get stuff on there. I'm also going to probably try to do it on YouTube too, so follow me there as well. Like, I already have followers on YouTube, so it makes more sense for me to do it there because more people will probably see it. But apparently Twitch is the better platform. But I'm a newbie to all of this, so I don't know. You just realized I should get merch so I can support you more and represent your music. That is a great idea. Yeah, I'd love to do merch, but also I need to figure out a really good way to do that's sustainable and worthwhile. I don't want to waste people's money, and I also don't want to waste materials and produce something like horrible and cheap. It's a hard balance, and also like just what's like financially viable and sustainable for everyone. That's something I'm trying to figure out and think about. Supporting me through like content creation could be good though. Like, I'm going to try and create the content for you guys that you can then support me that way, maybe. Like I said, still figuring it out, but I'm just sort of gauging interest and wanting to communicate with people. So vinyl reality works great, but no live streaming built in use. Yeah, I use OBS. Well, I have OBS that I'm trying to incorporate that into the setup. Can you explain a little bit about your live setup, please, if you don't mind? Sure. So I did my first ever like live show tour over the New Year period for Falls Festival, and that was the first time I toured with like a band. We had like a 3-piece band, so it was me, Timmy Temple on bass, and this guy Henry Moncrief on drums, fantastic drummer. So it was drums, bass, and me, and the bass player also played keyboard, and I played guitar and keyboard, and like sequenced the show. So yeah, it was. We worked with the musical director Joel, who helped us set up and rehearse, and it was very expensive and like very time consuming to set up because it was the first time doing it. But being able to like play guitar live and play analog synths live and play all the keyboard parts to all my tracks and have supporting musicians on stage with me, that was just like, it felt like the first time I'd ever actually done a show. Because before that, it was just me and a laptop on stage, which is that's not really live performance. It's a different thing. So I didn't feel like I was actually playing live shows before I did that, I don't consider myself a DJ. I treat myself more as a composer, producer, artist, and like live musician. So that was a weird space to be in. So that's why having the 3-piece band set up and doing all that was like a necessary step. And obviously I'm going to do more, but I can't do that right now. But yeah, and I need to put more music out too, so that I'm able to sort of justify spending money on touring, and because it's an expensive endeavor, it's an expensive undertaking. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Rossitron. The live stuff is electrifying from what you've seen. Always love everything you've put out, but this stuff is special. Yeah, it is. I agree. And the stuff I have coming out this year is the best, most special stuff. So I just want to keep in touch with everyone who cares about that, and just have you guys reassured that it's coming, and that I'm very excited to share it with you. Name a song. Fuck. I literally can't. Name any song. I can't. I literally forgot every song. I refer to you to others as being one of the biggest pioneers of future bass. You deserve the best music. Thank you so much. I don't actually know what future bass is, but I really appreciate the sentiment, and I don't really care that people. I just want people to listen to the music and enjoy it. So that's the only thing I really care about. Can we name one of your songs? I mean, I can't, but if you want to give it a go. I don't know any songs. Hi from Japan. Oh, hello. I love Japan. I went there for the first time a couple of years ago. It's probably one of my... Actually, it's the favorite place I've ever visited. What a magical place. Oh, can you name one of the songs on the new album? That's a good idea. What do you send your suggestions? I really suck with thinking of titles for stuff. So any help you can provide would be vastly appreciated. Do I use Synplank? No, I don't. I have had it in the past and I've played around with it, but it didn't click with me, so I stopped using it. I just felt like it didn't have the interface that I could make sense of. I prefer to have just like your classic like layout, and it was a very cool concept, like the whole organic sort of thing, but yeah, no, it didn't connect with me. Hi, Mum. Well, it's been lovely to answer your questions and to communicate with you guys. So thanks for tuning in. I'm probably going to go now because Animal Crossing is finished downloading. So I'm gonna say bye-bye. But I'll see you all very soon on the internet somewhere. Obviously, I'll keep you all notified. Name a song, Rona. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Well, thank you all. Please feel free to get in touch. Send me messages. Send me whatever you like. I really enjoy answering your questions and sort of communicating with you guys, and hoping to do a lot more of that. And yes, looking forward to the live streaming thing. I'm going to give that a go as soon as I can. Alrighty then. Enjoy these bunny rabbits. Can you see the bunnies? There's a cluster of bunny rabbits. Love your tunes, Bomb Don't Miss This. I'm going to play Animal Crossing. Oh, nice. Everyone's playing Animal Crossing. Let me know how it goes. I've never played the old Animal Crossing, so I don't know what I'm in for, but I'm really excited to see what it's like. This is a dog, Pickles. He's wearing a jacket. Fuzzy Bunny, good song. This is so stupid. Can I pet that dog? Okay. Tell us your town. No, I'm not going to tell you where I live. That's... Oh, on Animal Crossing. Yeah, I didn't know that that's a thing that you do, but I will do that. Is it like a thing where you can visit other people's towns? You can go and visit other people's Animal Crossing towns? I have Smash Brothers. I just don't play it much because I don't have the online thing. Should I pay for the online thing? Is it worth it? I don't play that much. I'm very casual. Yeah, I won't tell you where I live in real life, but I will tell you where I live in Animal Crossing. And you can all come over to my Animal Crossing house, and we can all have an Animal Crossing dinner party, and we can enjoy some Animal Crossing cups of tea, and we can hang out on Animal Crossing. So I'll see you all there. Yeah, I reckon it will be handy while isolated to be online as well. Which is why I'm doing this, and which is why I'm telling you all that I'm going to do more of it. So I'm going to head off now. Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. See you later. Bye.